guys, so we're going to be talking about personal branding with Instagram. So by show of hands, who has an Instagram account? Okay, this will be good, because everybody has one. Okay, so I'm Amy, and I own Amy Grace Monograms, which is an online boutique, and I use Instagram every day with Amy Grace Monograms to help grow my company. And then Morgan.
And I'm Morgan, and I'm the marketing director for the club, so I run the Instagram profile for that.
So intro to Instagram, we're first going to kind of talk together. Just go ahead and share, who's your favorite Instagram account to follow?
The Rock.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's good.
Anybody else?
I like to follow bloggers.
Okay, yeah, me too. Okay, perfect. So why do you follow bloggers?
For their content and their relatable captions.
Yeah, perfect. Why do you follow The Rock?
He's huge.
Inspo.
Do a rock.
Okay, perfect.
So just to start off, some of the benefits of owning an Instagram and having the whole personal branding side is you can use it to network and meet new people, some potential business partners, people to work with, and then also collaboration. So you can work with other businesses or other influencers. Influencer marketing with social media is a big thing going on right now. And then also, it's sort of a social resume. So it's like a snapshot of yourself. It's how you present yourself to other people. Just a way for them to see who you are and what you stand for.
Yeah. So the overall theme, so we're going to show you some different Instagram accounts, but the filters and colors that people use really make a big difference on the branding and the vibe that the Instagram and the company and personal branding show. So just using different colors and filters, it really does make a big difference.
So this is an example of a successful branding account. This is Movement Watches. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but as you can see, they're going for kind of a darker color scheme. They want sleek pictures. There's no faces or anything. And they're targeting young adult males who are into fashion, and then their thing is high quality watches. So they kind of portray that with their overall theme or vibe of their account.
Yeah, and from the account too, you can see that it's very sophisticated, obviously geared towards men. Only men are wearing the watches.
And then this is our club Instagram. And then for this one, the overall theme and aesthetic was to be professional but still kind of fun. So our target market is college students, so a younger audience. So we kind of wanted to pull in that professional aspect without it being boring or we just want to keep it interesting.
And the UD colors too, because we're targeting
Yeah.
UD students to come to our club. So this is Orange Blossom Events. I interned for them last year and helped out. It's a wedding planning company, so I helped out with their social media and Instagram, and she was very picky with the pictures that I posted, so we only did pictures that were bright and white. And the reason is because weddings are very bright and white and a happy time, and it was directly targeting her market, which is young brides that have kind of a bigger budget that are able to pay for her wedding planning services. And then this is Amy Grace Monograms, my business. And right now I'm trying to kind of keep with a fall color scheme, so I have lots of warm tones, leaves and pumpkins. And then when you scroll through my Instagram, you can only see young models, and that's because I'm targeting people that are our age. So I wouldn't have my mom model for me just because I'm not targeting people that are her age. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, just for them if they're curious. So are those your friends that are modeling it, or? Okay,
Yeah,
so-
friends and myself.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, another quick question. So then, do you do the editing to do that, or do you use a professional camera?
I do both. So back to collaboration, Instagram's been great because I've been able to do Instagram stories and say, if there's any photographers in the area, would you want to collaborate and do pictures? And that's been a great turnout to have photographers, they'll do pictures for me for free, and then they get to use the pictures too, which has been really nice. And then some of them I edit myself, some of them I get have photographers use too. And then social media, like influencer marketing, has been huge too, to kind of collaborate, send them products, and then they'll post pictures too. Okay, so this is my friend from high school, Dom Manzo, and he obviously doesn't live in Ohio anymore, but he lives in Florida, and as you can see, this is his personal brand, but it's all blue and ocean, really cool pictures, but he used Instagram to collaborate with Vineyard Vines. So Vineyard Vines, he's now an ambassador for them, and they like fly him out to their private island, and he gets pictures on their yacht. So he used Instagram for something really cool, and now has that opportunity to get really cool pictures for them and cool experiences for sure. Okay.
And then this is actually the bio of Jordan Connect. He came and spoke to us, if you guys were there at that meeting. But this is a really good example of having like descriptive words in your bio as like a snapshot of who you are. Obviously you don't have to have this many, but it's just nice how he has like author, entrepreneur, speaker, and you can see like exactly kind of what he stands for in his personal brand just by looking at his bio.
Okay, so look at this profile, and we're gonna like do a show of hands. Whose Instagram do you think this is? No guess is wrong.
Anybody?
National Geographic.
Okay.
Any other guesses?
As a photography person did
Yeah.
this.
Okay, so that's what you would think for sure, but it's actually Apple, which is kind of weird, but Apple could just do pictures of their iPhones and computers, but we already see that every day. So they're kind of taking the standpoint of doing really unique pictures to draw your attention, but these are actually all pictures taken with their new iPhone, so it's for advertising for their new iPhone, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it basically just highlights like if you do make an Instagram for a business, or even if you like own a business or something, you don't have to be confined to that sort of like vibe. Like with Apple, since they sell computers and phones, like you would think that they'd have more of a sleek like technology-based Instagram, but instead they decided to go the route of like being creative and diverse. So you don't really have to limit yourself. You can choose whatever aesthetic or like image or message that you want.
Okay, so now we're going to get in groups of 2 or 3, and back a couple weeks ago when we wrote out different business ideas, you're going to go from that business list and come up with one business that you would do and kind of the overall message or vibe that you would use for your Instagram account.
Yeah, and think of like what your target audience would be and who you would want to attract and the sort of message that you want to portray, and then take that into account when you're thinking of your overall like vibe for your account.
So, what did you guys talk about?
You want to
with us.
share?
Your business and the vibe.
Well, mine was, I didn't really hone in on the actual business, but I would like a more like luxurious vibe. I was thinking like navy and gold, whereas like the theme right now is like modern themes like light gray and like brighter colors and stuff. So that'd be a cool way to differentiate.
I like it.
Yeah.
For the club.
No, for me.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Or just like business.
Anybody else?
I'll say mine. Mine's kind of a mixture between selling coffee mugs and like a mentorship program for younger girls wanting to go into business. So kind of having like a warmer feed, just because like if you think about like going and having coffee with a friend, like you just kind of think of like those warmer vibes and like more of like a community-based page. So I want it to be very like forward and very like engaging with the followers. So that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I love that idea. That's awesome. Very cool. Anybody else?
Julian and Nicola, what'd you guys talk about?
We talked about teeth whitening. So like if you had like a teeth whitening business and then your Instagram would kind of look like a contrast of like really white teeth compared to like red lipstick or like a cobalt blue shirt, like very drastic, bold comparison of colors with like a very like positive, happy vibe.
That's awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome.
All right, so now we're gonna kind of get into the analytics of Instagram. If you go into your settings, you can actually choose to make your account a business account, and then you can choose like, I think there's like social,
There's like a ton of different
Yeah.
categories, like artist and
yeah.
business.
And then so when you do that, you get these sort of like measurements for your account, and then it can show you like this is for the club, and it's like the gender of who's following you, and it shows you what's the best time to post based on the engagement for the people that are following you. And then it also shows the interactions of your posts, like which posts had the most likes, the most comments, things like that. And then also on the right is actually very important because I don't know if you can see, but this picture got a total of 18 likes. But it actually reached 128 accounts, and then 2% of those people weren't following the account. So it actually reaches a lot more people than you would think. So I would just keep that in mind when you're posting things.
Was that because of the hashtags that you used? or-
Yeah. Discover
Yeah,
page.
hashtags, locations will also do that too, and then tagging people.
And then you can also see like the little comment icon, that's how many people comment, sent it to each other and saved, which can be really cool. Like you can go through and analyze your pictures and see, okay, what's performing better than other pictures? What should I do more of? So I kind of do the same thing. This is my business account, and this is through my audience. I can see for one post how many follows and unfollows I got. So this is like not common, it's because I did a giveaway, but I got 46 follows from it on October 1st, and then you can also sort through on the right and see for the past year how many pictures, your top likes, and it'll rank it all on this kind of gallery for you. And it's really important to analyze that so I can see what pictures are performing best. So for me, it's actually like the more personal pictures perform better, so I try to sprinkle those in because none of the product pictures, or just 2 of the product pictures showed up in the top likes. So I kind of sprinkle in a couple more personal pictures throughout the week. So learning how to grow your account. So how many of you have heard of hashtags? Probably all of us. But hashtags are really important for growing your account because say you're a coffee shop in Dayton. You're trying to get more people to come to your coffee shop in Dayton. You could do hashtag coffee, which has millions of pictures in it. Nobody's gonna find your hashtag coffee picture. Or you could do hashtag Dayton, Ohio coffee. And that's really gonna narrow down your search. So people that are in Dayton, Ohio are more likely to see Dayton, Ohio coffee in your picture and stumble upon your account to become customers. And then how many of us have used Instagram stories before? Probably a lot of us, or at least seen them, like birthday posts and that kind of thing. But stories are more laid back than posts, and they're a really cool way to test your audience. So you can do polls and see what new products you could bring, what people like to see, and then collaboration. So like we talked about with Dom with Vineyard Vines, and then just collaborating with different brands to help grow your account.
There's also a lot of, yes.
As a business, when would you post a story versus posting like a normal post? Like just for your Instagram, like why would you post a story versus like putting up a normal post?
You could do either or. Lots of times I'll post a picture and then post it to my story because more people can see the story throughout the day. And then they can go and click and like the post. And then also on stories, you can get engagement that way. The more engagement you get, the more people are going to see your post. Because just because you have 1,000 followers doesn't mean 1,000 people are going to see it every time you post it. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So going off of that, how did you kind of like learn about like all the algorithms of like when the posts show up best and like who they show up for? Or did you really like go through
A lot of trial and error, and it changes so much. But like listening to podcasts, you might like Jenna Kutcher. Have
I
you
listen
heard?
to Jenna Kutcher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's awesome. She's helpful. I like listening to podcasts and learning that way. But honestly, trial and error is huge.
Oh.
Anybody else?
I have a piece of research that's like 40 pages long PDF of when to post for all the different social medias like LinkedIn, all those. I can share it with you if you want.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, so there's a couple of apps that can help you get started if you really have no idea how to grow your account or do anything like that. The first one is Canva, which is my personal favorite. And then with Canva, you can you can make these little graphics. And it has the dimensions for Instagram posts, Facebook posts, basically anything, or you can make your own dimensions. But basically what it is you can it has like over 1 million free like stock images that you can use in your little graphics. So you can search like coffee, and then it'll come up with a whole bunch of pictures that you can use that are free, and they're good quality too. And then you can put in like text, little like images, little graphics, just to kind of make it your own. You can do your whole color scheme, so it can fit into your feed that way. And then it makes it kind of unique and puts a little like your own twist on it instead of just posting a regular picture.
You can also do that for Instagram stories as well, as you can see in the bottom
Yeah.
left.
And then this one is Planoly. This one you can actually like plan out what your overall feed is going to look like after you post all of your pictures. So as you can see on the right, you can drag and drop your different posts to see how they will all look once they're all posted and fit together. So that's a good way to check your overall vibe and your overall message and how well it fits together. And then it also shows you a basic overview of your total likes, your total comments that you've received, just how well you're doing for your account overall.
And then Preview is something that I use for my business just because on my camera roll I have so many pictures, personal and business, and it's hard to keep track of everything. So the nice thing with Preview is you can add in all of your pictures and then kind of like Planoly arrange how it's going to look. And then you can also type up your captions too, which is nice because I can go through, so Sunday nights I'll like go through and write the captions for the week just because the week is busy. And then you can also, the cool thing with Preview is scroll through different categories for hashtags, and it gives you good hashtags that are more specific to your picture, which is really nice. You don't have to come up with it like yourself.
And then this is some accounts to get you inspired. If you want to follow them, there are a couple good ones. We have Gary V on there. He's usually pretty popular.
How many of you know who Gary V is? Have you guys heard of Gary V? Wow. His reach is not good enough though. Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And then we have Selena Gomez. She was actually the #1 Instagram account for a while, but I think now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know how. Yeah, he's the #1 now. And then we also have Startup, which is like a entrepreneurship community. They have a lot of inspirational stuff on getting started. And then the Toy Shades is like an eyeglass, like sunglasses brand. They have just a really cool feed that's visually appealing. And then we have Amy Porterfield, who does a lot of online marketing. I'm pretty sure she has a podcast. And then she just has a lot of tips on like social media marketing and that sort of thing. And then we have our club Instagram.
Yeah, follow
You
us,
should all
guys.
follow it.
Okay, so I think that concludes. So next week we have Stephen Harmon coming in. He's the founder of Fusion and a UD grad, which will be really cool. So make sure to come next week. Same room, or different room. Room down the hall, 6:30.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Give me a round of applause.